box and saying, look, decentralize these things and let's have this power generation.
Let me look at some of the comments made by here. Ahmed Abagana says the APC government does not have a magic wand that they can just wave and what.
Nobody's talking about a magic wand. Once he's talking about practical solution that can work.
Okay, let's look at some of that issues. Security, foreign relations, the China trip, for example. Does it look like those areas that the government is on track?
Well, I think so. You know, we must understand also, I can understand the seeming impatience of Nigerians, but we also must understand that governance is a process. You understand? I mean, when you're talking about a democracy such as we have, there are processes to be followed. A government does not just come into power, open the votes, and begin to achieve things. Now look, we're talking about budget, for instance. We still don't have budget up to now that we are talking. So how is that government going to function and function effectively? So I think that yes, indeed, Nigerians need to exercise a little bit of patience. But how long?
The Constitution says that you can be spending money if your budget is not approved.
It's not approved, yes. But
the Constitution says that.
No, I understand.
So why are they not spending the money?
They're spending money. But I
from
think
the 2015 supplementary.
Of course, they are spending the money.
Which
of course,
lapsed on 31st of March.
If they were not doing that, the government would have been at the total standstill.
Okay.
Things are happening, but I think that the condition on ground is quite bad, and the government is crawling and trying to find its way out.
Let me get your thoughts, just in the statement before we move into our second issue. What should the government be doing now? We've talked about transparency and communication with the people. But with this, Mr. Ogunya, I'll first of all get your thought. What should the government be doing? Is it okay to communicate with the people?
You know, nobody is averse to communication. And nobody who is sensible can say that. Because, you see, dialogue ought to be constant in a democracy. Too often, those who are in government claim they know everything and they don't consult with the people. Regardless of what I said earlier about, you know, being given a 4-year mandate, within that 4 years, you are still expected to reach back to the people and be talking to the people, engage with the people and all that. So communication is important. Nobody is saying that we shouldn't have this kind of thing that they're doing, sensitization, mobilization, and all that, you know, ought to go on. But what I'm saying is that that cannot be a substitute for action.
Okay. Mr. Adiba, well, just briefly before we move into...
I think it's an important step and they should continue. Okay. Because the people is at the center of democracy. You know, Patitomi was saying on Sunday, when you get the people to understand that they have a part in their government, and then, you know, half of the problem is solved. That's the ownership concept of government.
Okay. Let's quickly move into the Kogi issue. For several months now, the center appears not to be holding at the Kogi State House of Assembly, with the Legislative House sharply divided into two factions. The National Assembly has intervened with a concurrence from the two chambers to take over the state legislature. But the police boss sought the advice of the Attorney General of the Federation, and here is a portion of his advisory to the police. He says, I'm of the considered opinion that sufficient legal basis has not been established for the consequent directive to the Inspector General of Police by the House of Representatives to seal the Kogi State House of Assembly complex until the matter is resolved. He continued to say, I hereby advise that you take all necessary action within the law to continue to ensure the safety of lives and property in Kogi State and ensure that the necessary public peace and order continues to be maintained appropriately. That submission did not go down well with the lawmakers and they summoned the Attorney General. Well, let me get your thoughts now. Which what we are saying, they said they're still communicating, still talking. They said, seal that place off, let's take it over. But the Attorney General said, it doesn't look like there's much of a crisis here. You both are a legal practitioner. What do you think is happening here and what's the way out?
Undue interference by the Office of the Attorney General in the powers of the House of Representatives and the exercise of those powers. The Office of the Attorney General is not an appellate authority over the resolutions and decisions of the National Assembly. And so, because we deal with facts, you media men are the ones that tell us what is going on. So everybody knows that there was pandemonium in that house, and there was sharp division 5 persons or 6 claim that they have reconstituted the house. That's exactly what happened. Those are the facts we have to deal with. And the House of Rep intervened. For the Attorney General to then claim that he was giving illegal advice, it's more or less like saying that, oh, you are the House, you have your resolution, but you don't have the police. The police are under us. We are the executive authority. We overrule you and we override your actions.
Let me go.
That is not right.
Let me quickly get your thoughts. Right. We need to close now.
Very simple. Like he said, here was a crisis situation. Out of 25 members, with 5, having lost their seats at the electoral tribunal, you had 20. 5 sat in the office of the deputy governor.
We need to go now.
Have removed the speaker. We have a new speaker. That's enough crisis.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adigba and Mr. Ogunye, for talking to us. That's the program tonight. Many thanks for being such a great company. Bye for now.